Aloha everyone, this is Lenora, Hawaii's Pickle Lady. Today I'm going to show you how to make chicken enchiladas. Very easy. Now most people buy the enchilada sauce, but I made it once and it doesn't have any taste and no texture. It's totally smooth. It's almost like a thin, watery tomato sauce. So I have some Mexican friends and they kind of told me how they do it. So what I did was I took some dried California chilies, which are kind of long, about 8 inches or so. They come in a package. They used to sell it loose, but they can't sell it loose anymore. So what I did was I broke off the stems. Now I'm pouring the chilies and the water in. And the chilies are just softened, but it'll all blend up. And you won't be able to see the chilies. And it's not very hot either. So this is good for children. Okay. Now I'm going to put in 1 onion and you just cut it rough. Put it in there. And then I have 8 cloves of garlic. Put that in. And all I'm going to do now is I'm going to grind it up real fine. Okay, that's it. Oh, around 2 minutes is, I think, enough. Okay, now I'm going to put it all back in the pot. And then I'm going to cook it for 15 minutes, but I'm going to add 1 quart of chicken stock. And I like texture, so I'm also going to add some diced tomatoes. This pot will overflow with all the stuff that I'm going to put in, so I have to transfer it to a bigger pot. And watch out, it splashes. You don't want to get it on your clothes. Okay? Now I'm going to add a can of diced tomatoes. It's a 4.5 ounce can. You don't have to put it, but I like the texture of it. And then I'm going to add chicken stock. And I use the powder, so it's easier. I'm going to bring it to a boil and simmer it for 15 minutes. So I'm going to assemble it. And I have here a 9-inch deep pan. And what I did was I sprayed it with some non-stick spray. So the tortillas, I have a pile here. What I did to soften it, I put it in a microwave for about 30 seconds, okay? So all you do is you take some sauce and you just kind of drizzle it in the middle. And then you put some diced chicken. It can't hold too much, so you got to be careful because otherwise you won't be able to close it. And then I have here some pinto beans. You can use black beans too, or even refried beans. Or if you don't want the beans, you don't have to put it in, okay? Now you're going to carefully roll it up, seam side down. And the reason why I microwaved it is because if you don't, it's kind of hard and it'll break easily. Some people even will dip it in hot sauce, some of this, but I think this is okay. You see some of the tomatoes here? I like to have that. So I'm going to show you how to assemble this. Just put some red sauce with a little bit of tomatoes in it and some of the diced chicken, about a tablespoon or a little bit more. But like I said, don't put too much because you can't close it. Then you put some beans. Any kind of beans that you want. And then some cheese, some shredded cheese. This will make it really nice and gooey. Now you carefully roll it up and place it in your pan. Now, I know this sauce is a lot, but I'm just making a small amount today because yesterday I made 2 big pans. And with that, oh, I forgot the sauce. With that, I used 1 whole rotisserie chicken. Today, I chopped up 1/2 of a chicken breast, and this is what I have. It's plenty, I think. Okay, now some beans. And some cheese, and that's it. So very simple to do. Okay. And then you're wondering, where's the onions and all of that? Well, the onions are ground up with the garlic, but at the end, when I serve it, then you can eat we'll have condiments on the side. Now I'm going to pour some of the sauce, and you want a lot of sauce because otherwise it'll be dry. So this looks really nice. And I squeezed in about 11 enchiladas. But if you want, and like you're doing for a family, yeah, I do a 9x13 pan, and you can fit a lot more. And I think maybe we'll need even more sauce than this, so pour some in here. I'm gonna pour the rest of the sauce on. And then, now we sprinkle a lot of cheese all over. This would make it really yummy. And this is just shredded cheddar and jack. You can use any kind of cheese. Cover it really good with cheese, especially these end pieces of the tortillas. You don't want it to dry out. And lots of cheese. Now I have the oven preheated at 350. So it's going in the oven for 30 minutes. So these enchiladas are done, and there's some on the plate. But I must caution you, I think I put too much sauce. So just put enough sauce to wet it, but not soak it like a soup, because I had a hard time taking it out of the pan. So now I'm going to taste it. And you can garnish it with some chopped onions, some cilantro, and some lime. And if you want some hot sauce too, okay? So let's try it and see how it is. A little bit of everything. And I can squeeze a little lime here. Yummy. So this is a whole meal in itself, but you can accompany this, and you can look at the tandoori rice in the link right here. So remember, if you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't, and comment. And if you have any requests, let me know. But don't forget to ring that notification bell so that every time I make a video, you'll be notified. And thank you for watching. Mahalo.